Landman Season 2 is going good. I mean, very good. And now that Andre Garcia's name has been mentioned, we know that Episode 3 will be even more action-filled. So, let's talk about it. But first, we need to analyze Episode 2 to understand the next episode's events. The Episode 2 opened with what should have been the biggest win of Cooper's life. All 6 of his wells struck oil. Yes, you heard it right. Every single one, which he himself admitted was not supposed to happen. Like, you need to be crazy lucky for this to be happen. And no one is blessed with such a luck without any consequences. And of course, the consequences started to show themselves immediately. Because what should have been a dream come true immediately started feeling like the beginning of a nightmare. When Cooper got home, covered in oil, and expecting Ariana to celebrate with him, he found her tense and shaken instead. She tossed him the Dawn dish soap, told him to clean up outside, and finally admitted the truth building inside her. She told him, "I don't think we should do this anymore. I thought I lost you too. For 4 hours with a panic burning through me like acid, I guess that means I do love you. But it looks like I lost you after all. Being rich isn't my dream. It's yours." Her voice wasn't angry, it was exhausted, scared, and brutally honest. Ariana never wanted a big life or big money. She had always wanted the same quiet, simple family structure she grew up with. One house, close relatives, and raising her baby with abuelita. I mean, good for her for standing up for her own dream life. I know it is glorified like crazy online, but not everyone has to be rich or dream of being rich. And I am glad we have a character on TV for once who is craving a normal life. Cooper's oil-fueled future didn't fit into her world, and deep down, I think he knew it too. Because he didn't fight back, like at all. He just stood there, knowing the money was going to change everything whether they wanted it to or not. Tommy later reminded him that oil fortune ruins more families than it saves, and not gonna lie, in this moment, that felt painfully true. By the next morning, Ariana had fully made up her mind. She kicked Cooper off the couch and sent him back to the Norris house. What made all of this even worse for Cooper was that his financial situation was far more dangerous than Ariana ever knew. He had borrowed $8 million to finance those wells, and he had done it without once asking Tommy for advice. As Tommy started digging into the lender, he discovered just how bad the mistake really was. Because, I believe to no one's surprise, Cooper wasn't indebted to a normal financial company. He was tied to a lender with cartel connections, and not just any cartel. The operation was run by El Jefe Galino, played by Andy Garcia, whose intimidating presence seemed to fill the screen even through a single photo. When Tommy finally told Cooper, the weight of the truth settled over the both of them like a storm cloud. Cooper had struck oil, but he had also put himself directly in the debt of a narco leader who wasn't going to let him walk away. I told you, there are always consequences. By the way, throughout the episode, in the background, Tommy was dealing with the death of his mother, although I have to admit, it barely seemed like he was grieving. Even at the funeral home, picking out flowers in a casket, he treated the process like a chore, telling the funeral director he wanted enough to say I tried, not enough to say I miss her. I know, it sounds weird and even disrespectful, but this emotional distance made sense once he started opening up to Cooper. After stopping by TL's retirement home, the resentment between father and son immediately resurfaced. TL accused Tommy of not grieving, and Tommy shot back, "We've avoided telling each other the truth for a long time. Let's not start now." By the way, even though I am glad we saw Billy and Sam in the same scene finally, I couldn't help but to be disappointed by seeing Sam's character at the very same spot again, and just for a few minutes. Like, when you have Sam in your show, you need to let him shine rather than making him watch Sunset for 2 episodes back to back. But that's just me. Let me know how you feel about his character so far. Later, Tommy told Cooper the real story of his childhood, growing up under the weight of an alcoholic, abusive father who beat all his failures out of me, and a mother he described as a coked-out tornado. His way of escaping the cycle had been to avoid being a real father at all, which he admitted was selfish. And then Cooper, in one of the softest emotional moments the show had ever given us, looked at him and said, "I love you, Dad. You did your best, and your best is good enough for me." Tommy's eyes filled with tears, and for a moment, the two of them actually felt like a family trying to break generational trauma instead of repeating it. Personally, this might be the best scene of the series so far. Like, it managed to tear me up as well. But let me know how you feel about it. The episode didn't stay emotional for long, though, because the Norris women managed to turn a harmless visit to the senior center into absolute chaos. What started as drinking, dancing, and a rowdy afternoon quickly escalated when state inspectors walked in. I mean, I can talk about Angela and Ainsley for hours. You know this. I find the way they are being written very controversial and even problematic at times. But this is a running theme for every single episode, so no need to repeat the same remarks here. Let me just say that I'm hoping to either see them less or see them in better storylines. But that's just me, of course. Meanwhile, Cami Miller faced her own crisis when she got served with a lawsuit while jogging. The insurance company claimed that MTEX Oil's $400 million settlement had been paid directly into Monty's private bank account, where the money vanished without explanation. Rebecca Falcone managed to stall things temporarily by negotiating progress reports on a new well, instead of letting the case move forward immediately. But Cami sensed there was more to the story. That night, she dug through Monty's files in the office like someone searching for evidence of a crime, despite being the owner of the entire company. The look on her face as she read through the records told me whatever she discovered was worse than anyone expected, and probably dangerous for the future of MTEX. In the upcoming episode, Cami will find out a lot of secrets of her late husband, which will ruin her. Because it turns out, his late husband had many debts and shady deals that will put the company's future in a terrible risk. Of course, Tommy will be there to guide her, but Cami is restless, and she will lean to the first offer to get rid of the company. Yes, you heard it right. She will even consider letting the company go. That's how much she will resent her late man and the legacy he left behind. But this won't be the only issue Tommy faces. He will also confront Andy Garcia's character, telling him to let his son go. But Andy Garcia will remind him that the contract is binding, and now he is basically the owner of Tommy's son. These words will hurt Tommy badly, as he will find himself regretting not being there for his son more. So, he will start making plans on how to take over this new refinery his son has established. And his solution will be to make Cami buy it. Let me know what do you hope to see in the next episode. For more weekly analysis, discussions, and updates on Landman Season 2, make sure to like and follow. Meanwhile, the video on the screen might also interest you.